You know, these guys don't even remember what they did up there. When you ask them, they've done interviews with these astronauts. And when you ask them, you know, so what did you do on such and such a day? They basically rehearse a mission log. We did this, and then we... No. I mean, how did you feel? Like when you were standing on the edge of that... And then they freeze up. They start to look ill. And so like you're saying in that press conference, right? They don't look like national heroes coming back from having been the first men on the moon.
They're like hostages.
They look like they've had the shit scared out of them, or, you know, yeah. So I think that these people saw some terrifying things up there. And that's also what Soviet intelligence thought. And the Soviets said, we were listening to the medical channel during Apollo. They had a channel that they would use to report back like medical emergencies, things they didn't want the public to hear. A separate channel from the one that was being broadcast across television. And, you know, unsurprisingly, the KGB had found access to this.
They weren't supposed
even
to have access.
Even our ham radio operators were listening to this in America. Some ham radio operators said that they were able to pick up on this too. So the Soviets said, we heard Armstrong and Apollo 11 say, these babies are huge. They're huge. They're warning us off. They're on the edge of the crater. And there's this whole conversation on the medical channel about how the Apollo 11 astronauts were effectively assaulted and scared off by huge spacecraft on the moon, which were not there to greet them. They got the sense that they were there to say, get the hell out of here. Moreover, by 69, 70, they had already done this MKUltra stuff.
Yes.
Right?
So you think they wiped their memory somehow?
Yes, exactly. We had already done this MKUltra stuff. And I think these poor guys were MKUltra'd when they came back to try to get them to forget as much of what happened on the moon as possible. And that would also explain why they all wound up with dysfunctional lives. These guys all became alcoholics.
Right.
Their wives divorced them all. Their personal lives became a disaster.